Walk inside, see what they got going on in here. Now hiring. Nice. Must not have enough cops sitting around doing nothing.
You have a good day. You too.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Do you need help with something?
No, I'm just taking some pictures and videos.
Okay.
Welcome back to the San Joaquin Podcast. On this channel, we break down cop watches and audits. Today, I wanted to go over a video from the channel, Allen Watkins. This video takes place at the Baltimore County Police Station. Now, if you know the Baltimore Police, then you know they have an extensive history of multiple rights violations. Also, as recent as of November 2020, came to a $2 million settlement to a racial discrimination lawsuit filed by the Justice Department. I'm stating all this to simply give you the history of their wrongdoings and to show you just how unlawful their department has been. Gives you an understanding into the department. Now, judging off the video, I'm guessing they aren't too knowledgeable as to what the laws actually are or what the rights of the people are. But let's actually go over the video and you can all form your own opinion.
I'm Corporal Ross.
Corporal Ross, how you doing? I'm just coming in to see you, man.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to see my video where I called the state's attorney?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, it's up on YouTube.
Okay.
You got a minute? I'd love to show it to you.
Okay. What you got there with the sign?
Oh, it's just something for you.
I'm the boss, Ross. Train your people, you piece of shit. Okay.
Now that's what the First Amendment protects.
Okay.
It doesn't protect threatening people.
Okay.
Okay? So, between our conversation...
Well, like I explained to you, it does, because it's
No, sir.
verbal.
It sure don't.
So here...
It sure don't.
Listen to me. Here's what I am going to suggest to do. Number one, you need to obtain a peace order against this subject that you're residing with.
Well, okay, now let me ask you a question.
To protect you.
Let me
if
ask you a
feel
question,
threatened
sir.
from him.
Let me ask you a question. I'm laying downstairs in bed. He sneaks down the steps with a knife and stabs me while I'm sleeping. What good you think that piece of paper is going to do me?
It's not, but it's also going to possibly get him evicted. It's not just a piece of paper. It could hold the weight of having an eviction.
Is your body cam on?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Mine is too.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
1240. I just have a subject out in front of the precinct. I just need another unit here.
You don't need another unit. I'm here on peaceable mission.
Look, we're just having a conversation.
Yes, sir.
So...
A consensual conversation.
Exactly.
Right.
So... Like I was saying, if you obtain a peace order against him, if you feel threatened by him, that is a legal document. That legal document will possibly, it could hold the weight of evicting him from the premises, either temporarily or permanently, depending on what the judge rules. You would respond to the Essex District Courthouse to obtain that order.
Yes, sir. I understand all that. I get how it works.
If you feel that during that incident, like I explained to you before, there was a report written documenting the incident. You told me yesterday that you obtained a report number.
Yes, sir.
Related to that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I assured you yesterday I wanted to make sure that you had that report number.
Okay, well, see,
And
that's not exactly the issue.
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I'm not done yet. Hear me out.
All right.
So, you have the proper information. You have a report number. You have an officer's name who handled the incident and the information that you provided to the officer. Now, we do not believe that it is an assault. What actions took place that were stated to us by you and by him, okay?
Okay.
Now, you have every legal right to go down to the Essex District Courthouse. You fill out a statement of incident to the court commissioner. They are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You fill out a statement of incident to the commissioner. You can reference that report number.
Right.
The court commissioner will then determine if there is enough there to warrant charges.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You have a right to do that. Any citizen does. Okay?
I understand all that. I know exactly how that works.
Went to the level that you were actually assaulted, then I strongly recommend you do that.
Okay, well, I'm going to skip forward into
follow up to the
where
we're not needs our help. The center staff may ask you to answer questions
What
about
is
your
this?
income, gender, education.
at your suggestion, I called a lawyer and asked them what a first degree assault is.
Who's your attorney?
It's not it's from the
Contact the state's attorney's office like I suggested?
well, it's not the state's attorney's office, it's the court helpline.
Okay.
And the guy is an attorney.
Okay, so what am I listening to here?
Just listen. It's going to tell you what first degree assault is.
I don't need to listen to this right now.
You do need to listen
No,
to it.
I don't,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No.
Yes, sir, you do.
You can have your phone back. I don't need to listen to this right now. I explained this to you. We are not attorneys. We enforce
Okay,
the law.
but, okay,
We don't-
well, let me ask you a question, sir. Do you have a phone?
Yeah.
I want you to look up Article 4 of the Maryland Constitution's Declaration of Rights. Please do that right now, sir.
I'm not looking that up right now.
Oh, so see, because you know what you know what the Declaration of Rights says? It says that the citizens of this free and sovereign state have the sole right to regulate the government and the police thereof as a free and independent state. That's what it says, and that's exactly what that sign says. When I ask a police officer to do something, until I commit a crime, your authority is zero.
Okay.
Zero.
Well, we're a law enforcement agency.
Right, and you
we
did
have
not
law
enforce the
enforcement
law. You did not
authority.
enforce the law. That's the problem.
but
You did not enforce the
Like
law.
I explained to you, the statements that were made to all of us, we interpreted the law.
You didn't
Okay.
interpret the law. Someone threatened me with a knife in their hand, sir.
Okay.
Someone threatened me with a knife in their
From the
hand.
top of a
That
stairs.
is first-degree assault.
Then
It doesn't
go-
matter if they did
I
it from the
just
top of the Roman Empire, brother.
Okay, so after looking it up myself, I found that threatening someone can actually be considered assault. An assault is the act of inflicting physical harm or unwanted physical contact upon a person, or, in some specific legal definitions, a threat or attempt to commit such an action. So basically this guy is trying to report the assault, I believe, but this officer doesn't know what the law is. As you can see, the auditor is getting frustrated at this point because he feels that his life is in danger or that a threat was made against his life. This is what I was alluding to earlier when I said it seems like these officers don't know the law. See, the true shitty thing about this is that I just literally Google laws and can look them up, and they are public information. I don't get paid by the state, city, or county to know these laws. And even more so, they are literally at my fingertips when I need to refresh on them. Why is it that policing is so difficult nowadays? And the ones policing are afraid to be made to look like they don't know what the law is. It's human nature to forget certain things and not know everything. So utilizing technology would be the most efficient way to go about policing. Instead, we fund armor, guns, and bullets that they use against the people.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's still
If
first-degree
they made
assault.
a move towards you, if they came down those stairs, if they made an attempt to do that, then
No, sir.
we would be having a
No,
different
sir. No,
conversation. Okay?
You need to read Article.
You need to
You
go to
cannot
the courthouse
threaten
and write
anyone.
a statement
You
to charge
cannot
this person
verbally
then, if you
threaten
believe that.
anyone that bodily harm.
It
Read-
is a verbal threat. That is
Read
it.
through 32-02. You don't want to hear it directly from a lawyer.
I can
you
pull
don't
it
wanna-
right up in our criminal law
Okay,
stuff
and
that
it says
we have
you
here at the
cannot threaten
precinct.
people.
That's not what
It's
is
a
in there.
freaking felony.
It's not a felony
It
to make a
is.
verbal threat.
Yes, it is.
It's
You
not
wanna
a
bet?
felony to make a verbal threat.
My brother spent 13 years in Western Correctional Facilities prison for telling somebody
Like
he was
I
going to
explained
break
to
their
you,
jaw.
Somebody is not going to do 13 years in jail just for a verbal threat. They're not.
That's
going
what he
to.
got.
There had to be something more to that story then.
Well,
So-
I don't know, but that's what he was charged
What
with.
else can I do for you today to try to help this situation?
Help your people understand.
I told
exactly
you, our
like
people
you-
go to training. We go to training every year.
Okay. Well, see,
We
you
go
just
to
want to
additional
talk. You don't. You
training
just
every
want to
year.
talk. You don't want to listen. You know what I mean?
have been listening to you, sir.
You
I
haven't
listened
been
to you
listening. How you
yesterday
doing,
on the
sir?
phone. I listened to you yesterday on the phone. I'm giving you the tools to try to help your situation.
I won't put my hands in my pocket.
I'm giving you the tools.
I mean,
to
the
try
only
to
thing I
help
have
your
in there is a cell
situation.
phone, but
We can't complete peace order paperwork for you.
right.
You have to do that on your own. That's you as a citizen.
Okay,
have
well,
to do that.
my issue.
That could help your
my
situation
issue,
with this person.
My issue as a
possibly
citizen.
get him out of that house if
My-
he is a threat to you and you feel that way.
My issue as a citizen, I'm not worried about him. I'll beat the fuck out of that motherfucker if he puts his hands on me.
Okay.
Now that's not a threat. That is
So
an
you just
if-and
made a-
situation. No, sir.
made a
That is an
threat.
if-and situation.
Okay.
No, sir. That is a if-and situation.
So-
if A occurs, B will happen.
Okay. Well,
I have.
so you just
even
said
though,
it, so the
look,
threat
even
is
though,
assault,
even
and
though,
you're making
no,
a
no, no,
threat.
sir, no, sir.
And you have a right
if
to sit
he
here and
puts
say
his
that.
hands on me, that's not saying I'm going to go beat the shit out of him. There's a difference. If A occurs, B will take place.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
There's a major difference.
So I gave you the option for the peace order to help your situation out. Also, I explained to you that we wrote a police report documenting the incident. You have the report number. You can go to the courthouse right now, today, and write up a statement of charges.
Right. I understand all that.
If you feel that you were assaulted by this gentleman.
I understand all that.
And you can charge him.
But
and the
once again, my issue is this.
Determine that.
When a citizen makes a suggestion to an officer, perhaps that officer should take a couple of minutes to investigate what the person's saying to them.
And like I said, sir, we did investigate. The officers they talked to everyone that was there. They talked to the lady that was staying upstairs. They talked to the other person involved in this, and they talked to you.
The lady that was upstairs was no witness to any of it.
All she said was that she heard arguing.
Right.
But you just said we didn't do an investigation.
Right.
We did.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Just a few days prior to that, police were out at my house. I have the pictures on my phone. Don't shoot me. I'm reaching for my phone if you want to see them. Where me and him got into it, and him and his girlfriend jumped me and split my head open right there with an ashtray. He's manipulative.
Okay.
He's very manipulative. He got the officer's attention off of everything that was going on by starting to talk to that officer about, do you remember me? You pulled me over in my car. Yeah. So, you know.
Okay, I understand that you're saying he's manipulative. But also, you got to understand, we come to a call for service after an incident like you're saying has taken place.
Right.
And we are getting his version and your version, or his version, your version, and other people's versions.
Right.
And we got to try to come to a consensus of what the truth is. Because, as you know, people tend to lie.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
They tend to fabricate things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not saying that
I like to use the word embellish.
I'm not saying that you are, but things maybe even from your perspective could have been embellished, or we don't know if you're telling the full truth or something was fabricated. We don't know.
Right.
So that's why when the officer responds, they are making multiple interviews and they're trying to determine what actually happened. And then we base that off of probable cause of what happened, and we take it and put it in a police report. And that's why in the state of Maryland, a second-degree assault, you being assaulted, second-degree assault is a misdemeanor.
Right.
You're saying
and first-degree assault is a felony.
But you're saying you were assaulted. Second-degree assault in this situation is what it would have boiled down to if he came down the stairs or something and made some kind of motion towards you to warrant this to, possibly happen. That would be a second-degree assault. He didn't make any slashing, stabbing, or any kind of motions with a knife towards you. Okay, that would kind of take it to the level of a first-degree assault, felony. But misdemeanor, second-degree assault that did not occur in our presence is on you.
Well, the way that I read and I understood.
If you think you were assaulted by him,
the way that I read and understood the law,
and give him charges.
The way that I understood the law, that while holding a weapon, you cannot make a verbal threat towards anyone. That's the way that I read it and understood it, and that's exactly the way that the lawyer explained it to me on the phone.
Then go to the commissioners. We already have a report documenting it. Go to the commissioners and complete an application for charges.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. I guess that's where we're going to end at, because this is like a circular conversation. It really is.
I think that if you go down to the commissioners today and you try to obtain a peace order, if you feel threatened by this guy,
I don't feel threatened.
Are able to obtain charges. If you're able to obtain charges, I think you would get the result that you are seeking, and that will resolve this situation.
Yeah. Well,
if they do not issue charges for him and deny the statement of incident that you're writing, I think that's also, this is resolved, and you would have gotten your answer there too. Okay?
All right.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right, sir.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Sweet. Have a good one. Wiggly. My man.
For what I'm taking from all of this is that these officers don't want to hear this guy out. He showed them that he was literally split open from an ashtray by the same guy who threatened him with a knife. Regardless if this man was supposedly lying, he was still hit in the head by these people. Yet the officer never states that he made an arrest or anything of the sort. All he keeps saying is that the other party said he was lying. I don't know exactly what or who to believe in this situation, but what I do know is that this officer doesn't know what the law is. An assault was clearly committed against this man, whether first degree or second degree, because the threat was still made against this man's life. All this officer does is tell him to take it up with the commissioner's office, as if to say, tell them, because I can't help you. Situations like this make you wonder whether or not officers truly know how to do their job. I want to give a big shout out to Allen Watkins for this solid First Amendment audit. Be sure to head on over to his channel, subscribe, and I'll see you all over in his comments.